This is Food Chemistry Unit 4, Chapter 16, Additives, Producing Desired Characteristics in Foods. Ingredients are substances generally recognized as safe and are components of food products. Some compounds may not fit this definition. A food additive is a substance added to a food to cause a desired positive change in the product's characteristics. It may or may not have nutritional value. Intentional additives are added on purpose to give foods special characteristics or resist spoilage, like vitamin D added to milk. An incidental additive gets into foods unintentionally. Milk is packed in a wax-coated carton, so it may have wax in it. This can happen during production, processing, storage, or packaging. Regulating food additive use. People fear food additives. There's a fear of too many chemicals in food. All foods have a chemical structure, so too much or too little of any chemical alters the food and their effects. The U.S. is the best country for keeping track of additives in the food supply. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, is responsible for regulating all food except red meat, poultry, and eggs. In 1938, Congress realized the need to monitor the food supply for safety. So the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act was passed. The FDA has authority over food and food ingredients. The FDA defined requirements for labeling. The USDA, or United States Department of Agriculture, monitors the red meat, poultry, and eggs. Additives guidelines. In 1958, we had the establishment of the Food Additives Amendment. No additive can be used in foods unless the FDA is convinced it is safe. The FDA needs evidence to prove safety based on scientific research. Now, though, most additives, you would have to eat 100 servings in a short period of time to really get sick. But nonetheless, the additive should have a useful function. The additive should not deceive the consumer. It should not cover up faulty manufacturing practices. The additive cannot reduce the nutritive value of food. The additive cannot replace good manufacturing practices. And the additive has to have a method to analyze it in the food. You have to be able to find it. The Delaney Clause bans the approval of any food additive known to cause cancer in animals or humans. So here's the issue. The additive may cause cancer under conditions not related to food. So this means it is carcinogenic. Here's another issue. You have new technology that detects additives in parts per billion instead of parts per thousand. So it's really hard to keep all carcinogens out of foods, but quantities do have to be limited. We do need international regulation. The FAO, or Food and Agricultural Organization, it's trying to reduce hunger and improve nutrition worldwide. You also have the WHO, the World Health Organization. This is working to improve the general health of all people. The U.S. now has a lot of imported food, so we do need international standards. Functions of food additives. Maintain or improve safety and freshness. Preservatives. These are substances added to food to prevent slow spoilage and maintain natural colors and flavors. Antimicrobial agents. These are preservatives that prevent the growth of microbes in food. Your oldest known are your salt and sugar because these dehydrate microbes. So in terms of salt, you've got your beef jerky, salted fish, or country ham. In terms of sugar, you have your jams and jellies and your canned and frozen fruit. Nitrites. Sodium nitrite, this is in foods to prevent botulism. So it's found in foods like bologna, hot dogs, smoked fish, sausage, salami, bacon, and ham. It preserves the color and flavor of these foods, and it protects them from bacteria. The problem is they can react with some amino acids to form nitrosamines. Some of these cause cancer. According to the Delaney Clause, they should be banned. But if you ban them, you increase botulism. So they're trying to find a balance here. They're trying to phase them out with still protecting from botulism. Acids, things like acetic acid, ascorbic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, propionic acids, these lower the pH of foods. These will therefore prevent bacterial growth. Antioxidants, food spoils when exposed to oxygen. Oxidation changes color, texture, flavor, and nutritional value of foods. It's not a health hazard, it's just undesirable. Improve sensory characteristics. This makes foods more appealing. So colors make foods more appetizing and they help identify the product. Now you have natural colors from plants, animals, and mineral sources. Like beta carotene is a plant extract which would turn foods yellow. Spices are plant sources like turmeric, saffron, paprika. Squid ink is the fluid used by squids for defense, right? But you can use that to turn pastas black. Synthetic colors are more widely used. Stable colors, they provide stable colors. They're easier and cheaper to produce, and there's no unwanted flavors. So these will come from petroleum. Most are tested. It's the most tested and screened category of the additives. They're identified by use, shade, and number. So these are your food colorings, right? So F would be in foods, A and D would be in medications, and C would be in cosmetics. So synthetic means they're not natural, right? So these are your food colors. You can tell they have these numbers, right? So it's your basic food coloring. Flavoring agents. This is the largest group of additives. They replace natural flavors that are lost during processing. So these are your spices like cinnamon, dill, ginger, basil, poppy seed, thyme. Spices from dried leaves, bark, roots, buds, flowers, fruits, and seeds. That's where you get them from. You also have synthetic. These are developed by food scientists that mimic natural flavors. So you can get it from the spices themselves, but sometimes they're too expensive. So there's a consumer demand for cheaper and more abundant flavors. So there's not enough strawberries and vanilla beans to go around for all of the products that are out there with these flavors. So you have to watch your labels. Like strawberry yogurt, for example. This is yogurt flavored with strawberries, but strawberry flavored yogurt has some flavor that is synthetic, and then imitation strawberry yogurt is only synthetic flavor. So just watch the label, right? Like this Chobani, right, fruit in the bottom. You actually can like move the pieces around, right? But check out this one. It says strawberry flavored. Okay, nothing wrong with that. It's based on consumer demand, but just check your labels for what you're eating. They improve or maintain the nutritive value. Most additives are vitamins or minerals. Nutrients are initially added to reduce deficiencies, right? The new trend now is to fortify food. So a lot of the deficiencies have been stopped in the population, right? So now we're trying to fortify foods, which really improves the health benefit. Calcium fortified orange juice, for example. The pro of this, the benefit is that it's promoted as a healthy way to increase your calcium if you don't drink milk. The con, or the negative aspect, is that people think they are getting the correct amount of calcium from this product alone. No single food can do this. You need a balanced diet.